Being run over by Boom ID, that's certainly good. And I like the Timber and the Puck as heroes that don't really have to worry so much about the Spirit Breaker matchups that they were looking for originally. Gabby gets a little bit, and Jaboogie's already down here, so just 2-1-2 for TNC so far. But the wave bounces right off the tower, and that should mean that Boom get it back into a decent position. Spirit Breaker, okay, gonna come charging in. They're looking towards Ninja Boogie. Gonna start getting these stacks up. Gabby doing his best to defend, but it looks like the Silencer is gonna end up being your first blood here. That's already one permanent agility stack for good old Slark. And Ninja Boogie just getting dragged out. Slark already level 3 down bottom. In terms of the overall game here, I'm not actually sure who I favor as the game goes on. There's pretty good scaling potential on both sides. I might even... the late game looks okay for Boom. Oh, FBZ getting gone on here. He's already used the Drunken Brawler, so he's just getting auto attacked down. But the charge comes through and the TP Shackle. They control both of them. The shards will manage to finish him off. Cuckoo jaunts a little bit further to safety. It looked good for Boom ID, but looks like they're only going to end up getting the one return kill here, and it's only on the support Tims. Last auto attack from Jokum brings him down. Needs to be a little bit careful about these ogres. Yeah, have another charge heading over towards top. 5-minute bouncer rune's about to spawn. Tims does get the bounty, but I don't know if he's going to get out of here safely. Puts down the shards. That's going to force the Spirit Breaker to run around. They're still managing to slow him down. They're going to go for the bounty up on the high ground, but both Boom supports running for that. So they're actually just going to let Tims get out of this one, or maybe not. They get the ward up on the high ground. Shackle coming through. Now the charge. Tims doesn't have the snowball. And he will be finished off. Alright, still got the kill. I think, and Armel just keeping his cool. Not doing anything suspicious. They're going to be looking for this weird angle on the charge through, but it's actually heading over towards the Ninja Boogie Silencer. Getting chased down by this hasted Shadow Shaman. I don't know if they even need any damage from the Spirit Breaker to get this. The vision is more than enough, and that's a TP. No TP for Ninja Boogie. Looks like he just came up top. But yeah, I'm still looking towards FBZ once again. I think he's holding the Drunken Brawler until the tag team gets popped, but they'll take in plenty of damage. Alright, there's the Drunken Brawler running towards Cuckoo. Jokum's up here, level 4, does have the Shackle and a Hex. 3-man snowball in towards FBZ. They quickly right-click him down. There is a charge with a little bit of mana left in the tank, but not too much. And Slark gonna have to go and chill out in the trees. Oh, Cuckoo in big trouble, gets hexed, shackled. He was too close. They are gonna get the snowball save off. Cuckoo might actually be able to escape this. The charge is going to do a bit of damage, but he's got stick charges. They've actually managed to kill off the Shaman. Now they turn their attention over towards Kezcute. He gets blocked in by the ice shards. Bulldo's not going to help him with that, and one more auto attack will be a kill for Tims. Finds himself a double, which is kind of interesting. Surprised we haven't seen Tusk with like illusion heroes. Oh, Twinkle drop. Mirana snaps the coil. It's brought down without any opportunity to do anything. Jokum on the run. Over at mid lane, they're looking at Armel, but Armel's looking at this tower with a double damage rune. FBZ does have a primal split available, but not having the most fantastic of games, and he just gets right-clicked down! FBZ in the adaptive strike, and Armel just finds a totally free kill. Oh no, Boom ID, not like this. Makoto TP's in mid, but Armel immediately morphs into him, and now he's looking for this kill with the arrow. Continues pursuit up on the high ground. Tims is looking towards Jokum, blocks him in. Armel coming up here. One auto attack is not going to be able to do it. He's looking for the adaptive strike. He does get it out now, so interrupting the shackle immediately as well. Tims low on HP. Brewmaster also coming over. Armel knocking him back with the stun, and Tims has found a snowball target. He might even be out of here. There is a charge. Okay, that should be the end of Tims. And diving in. They had the Thunderclap, but not using it. Tims is still alive. One more auto attack from the Mirana. Cost him a couple of leaps. What am I even doing here? Just cancels the TP. Mid tower is going to end up being denied. They pop the Moonlight Shadow. They want this Armel Morphling, but he's got 1400 HP, and the Global Silence comes out to save him. Gets the waveform a little bit further away. There is an arrow available. They're locking down Armel. Looking for the follow-up. There's another shackle. Armel will finally be brought down. Hex from Jokum. They also end up losing the Silencer. Ninja Boogie dying down bottom. Getting picked off by the Spark. Over back at mid though. Cuckoo now making the rotation. Gets the 2-man Dream Coil out. FBZ gonna try for the TP. Nothing to interrupt it. Tims had already used everything that he had, or position. Oh, we need him to be careful. Doesn't have any vision up this hill. Tims is actually going to be the one in danger. It's caught out. 3 heroes waiting for him up the high ground. He might be able to get the ice shards down onto the low ground, however. No, actually just going to turn around and look for a kill here instead. He's still got wand charges, but gets bashed, so he won't be able to use them. Bottom with Gabby. They got another tag team in 1 second. Just splitting the damage around. Cuckoo also going to come in. He can help and tank this, and there you go. There is no way that you would look at this TNC lineup and think, oh hey, they can Roshan at 14 minutes into the game. Like, it does sometimes happen with Morphling. Jokum in trouble at bottom. Pop down the Mass Serpent Wards. It's gonna get focused down. Cuckoo does come TPing in. Pop the Primal Split. Tims, nice snowball, gonna buy a couple of seconds. But there is gonna be another Hurl Boulder off cooldown as soon as he comes out, so he gets locked down. Gabby's still doing his best just to drive everybody back with the damage. The tower also helping a little bit, but he gets finished off, and now Tusk trapped inside of the trees. Tims is just going to get punched down by the Brewmaster. No, he gets pushed out of the shards. Armel sitting here, taking a lot of damage, but still morphing just as much strength, and Gabby's still fighting, though now he's low on mana. Armel's going to be back. What can he do? Fervian does have the ultimate available, getting these stacks going. The Timbersaw is tanky, but he doesn't, right, so ends up being like a 3-for-1 trade, plus they got the tower. TNC, I guess, feeling bold because they had the Aegis, but I don't know if they needed to take that fight up. And X also a possibility. Cuckoo running forward. Gabby also linking up with him. TNC, they've got the Slark in the back lines. He's found out Ninja Boogie will be able to finish him off quickly. Fervian can just pop the Shadow Dance and he's running out of here. KezQ just charging through just to try and keep his Slark alive. Shadow Blading forward is the Slark. Anyway, the Bouncer Runes are up for grabs. They are going to try for the Timbersaw. They managed to interrupt his Timber Chain. Now the Nether Strike coming through. They're still hanging on to it. Global Silence gets popped. That's going to save him for now. Tim's also coming in. Cuckoo drops a 2-man Dream Coil. Big trouble for the Slark as he now gets punched. Good. They got the lanes in a slightly better position. What kind of fight can they actually find? Ninja Boogie's going to break the smoke up here on the high ground. Fervian finds him. Not really that important that they lose the silence here. They need to keep everybody else alive, though. Tim's trapped inside of the Mass Serpent Wards. Armel gets up out of the high ground. He's morphed into the Mirana. Tim's about to be brought down. Armel looking to do what he can. Gabby's just getting does. FBZ jumps in. Quickly gets silenced. Arrow is going to go scouting. Does catch the Roshan, but that's about it. They pop the Primal Split. Can they actually find any kills? They've got the lockdown onto Tims. They also deploy the Mass Serpent Wards, but Tims is just going to buy back, and now they should be able to wait so long as Gabby doesn't get focused down too quickly. He's got some reactive armor stacks. They're staying up here on the high ground, playing next to the wards. FPZ out of the Primal Split. They land a nice arrow, but the Mirana is all said and done, but continues to mostly be support pickoffs so far this game. Not a whole lot else happening. Gabby gonna give away a couple more stacks to the Slark. Fervian building up some damage. Armel's in the pit. They're gonna drop the Dream Call onto the Slark. They've got the silence on him as well. He's looking for an angle, but he can't even get anything off. Forced into the buyback immediately. FBZ doesn't have the ultimate. TNC are just surrounding him, and he's also going to end up falling. This is a terribly split fight for Boom ID. The Mirana and the Spirit Breaker over on the wrong side of the pit, and TNC are just moving as a ball, going from target to target. They isolate the Spirit Breaker. They do manage to get a little bit of a catch onto the Tim's Tusk. He gets one last Walrus Punch off before he goes down, as now the Spirit Breaker also buying back into this game. They bought back on FBZ, but they have to keep this Slark alive. He's got the Shadow Dance. But as discussed earlier, there's just so much AoE damage from the Timbersaw. Doesn't really care so much. Jokum also brought down. He's got some spells to use. Arrow gets tanked by Armel, but Cuckoo's already dead. These crits are coming through from FPZ. Armel's morphing strength for dear life as the Slark now comes back in. Once again, he focuses onto Boogie. Brewmaster low, but not dead yet. Finally drops Fervian, looking for more targets. Armel jumping around the best that he can. Cuckoo's found a little hidey hole in the trees. This fight just relentlessly continuing. Gabby has a couple more nukes, finish that kill. Still just feeling so difficult to focus on. And now they've got the Dream Coil out. This is trouble for Slark. Has to kind of wait this one out. Finds the opportunity in this direction. But after all is said and done, TNC's still going to win the fight. Still going to go back into Roshan. Slark trying to reset. You need to be careful to get the silence onto the Shadow Shaman. Should be able to finish him before he gets off any spells. He's now dead. TNC will... Cuckoo with Necro 3. And they've got this gem picked up, so huge amounts of map control for TNC. Fervian comes in for a few more stacks, but it just doesn't seem like they can kill Gabby. Armel jumps through. FBZ no ultimate, so just have to come in with the auto attacks. They force that Fervian in. He's in trouble. He manages to get the Dark Pact and the Shadow Dance out into the BKB as well. Right-clicking onto Armel, but it's not doing enough damage. Armel waveform in. He's looking for this kill on Joku. He gets it. He's still got the Aegis. They're hexing him down, but TNC are still just surviving through everything. And it feels like Boom just aren't doing any damage whatsoever. TNC standing strong on the high ground. They got their 2 catapults here with them. That is the first tier 3 tower taken out, and they're still going for it. Slark tries to engage, but there's too many nukes. He just gets forced back immediately. Dreamcoil catches out onto 1. It's only for Kezcute. He's got the bulldoze, so would have been okay against the stun, but still trapped for a little bit. Armel just man fighting under the racks, as Gabby is the wall, preventing them from getting any closer. And Boom ID just can't make anything happen. You look at this Mirana, and he's just pacing around anything, it seems. Really needed to get some more out of that primal split, and now TNC, oh, Armel in big trouble. Kind of getting left behind by his team a little bit here. Got the waveform soon, but his Lincoln Sphere is on cooldown. They're going to wait with the arrow, and Armel will be brought down. Did he try and keep TNC just some disciplined Dota? Buy BKBs, kill shrines. Puck, trying to scout out this smoke. They do get a little bit of lockdown onto him, but they've got the global silence to interrupt, so now they've got the turnaround. Cuckoo comes out of that phase shift and just looks to turn. They've already brought down Jokum. They've got a nice Dreamcoil out onto 2, and they force stab him as well to prevent the primal split. I believe that was Cuckoo. Oh, such a nice play from Cuckoo. Dreamcoil the Brewmaster, push him to break the Dreamcoil. Can't get the primal. There's a primal split available. Slark looking for a target. What can they find? Arrow not going to connect. Boogie hanging back. Doesn't have a global silence. FBZ needs to be careful. There's the silence from Cuckoo. They probably still got that force staff as well. They don't even need it. They've got the punch. Tim's blocking him down. Buyback now from the Brew. TNC not retreating just yet, though. Joking going to try for a TP out, but he gets sliced down by the Whirling Death, and he used his buyback in the previous fight, so he doesn't have it now. Timbersaw in some trouble. Chains away, though. He's going to be just fine. Slark whiffing on the pounce. Mirana still has her BKB. Slark still has BKB. Timbersaw with 29 Bloodstone charges. Just gonna shard coming up. I don't know who they give the refresher to. Maybe just Boogie? Double global silence feels pretty backbreaking in this situation. Cuckoo off scouting. Vision not the most amazing for TNC, but they still get this pretty easily. Boomer out here under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, but it's not going to last that much longer. But they do have at least the 1 ward to get the catch onto the Spirit Breaker. Can he get anything off? Cuckoo jumps in, lands the silent Spirit Breaker, buying back into the game. Dream curled up, does manage to break it and keep on running with the Dark Pact, as Boom will look to make their defense up on this high ground, but FBZ getting isolated as the Panda won't be able to get the blink out. Now silenced up by the last word, swarmed by TNC and Barat. And they can find some kind of a turnaround, but TNC know where their objective is. They want this top tier 3, they want this top lane of racks, and it looks like at this point, Boom ID can't really do anything to deter them from that. Lobs out a wild arrow, just kind of hoping. They're looking at this Timber once again. Gabby getting pushed inside of the building. He gets forced tapped away. He's going to be okay. Global Silence number 1 coming out. I don't actually know where the Refresher Shard is right now. It's in the inventory of Cuckoo. They've lost 3 so far. Makoto kept alive by his BKB, but not for too much longer. They do manage to get the break over onto the Timber, but the damage just doesn't feel like it's doing anything from these cores. They're just kind of laughing at him. And TNC now just going for the Mega Creeps. A little bit longer than we've seen some of the games this patch, but TNC firmly in control. 25k lead. Dota Plus giving it to them 89 to 11, and Slark feeling like he has to come and get some stacks. Pops the BKB now as well, but he's just not doing any damage to Gabby. Gabby still got the cheese. He's giving away 34 stacks. Nice Dream Coil now from Cuckoo right as Fervian jumps. He breaks the coil. Now he's locked down and he's dead. GG has been called. And TNC are going to be taking game 1 here in this best of 3 series for your playoffs in the Chongqing. What? Probably just going for their mid hero here. What do they like? Ember? Do they need more catch for the aiming? Just fine. Nothing too crazy going on. But a bit of a farm fest this early game. Tim's Running forward with a tag team, but it's only him. He's actually forcing both of them back somehow. Cuckoo's not even getting involved for this. Tim's is gonna have another tag team up very soon with his arcane rune. And yeah, Cuckoo's still just farming away. Picks up his boots. Now Kezcute almost dead up top. He is dead. Gabby brings him down. Fervian jumping on top of him. These tower shots might be a little bit too much. Gabby surviving. He gets over to the shop. That activates his salve out of the backpack. That's going to let him survive a little bit longer. And the counter spell reflecting the dagger. He gets the full salve duration. Oh, man. TNC, all the little plays are always so nice from them. And Anti-Mage getting that first blood, certainly going to be very helpful. He is still a little bit behind Fervian in terms of this farm down bottom. Cuckoo more on the courier right now, it looks like. And mid lane, still in favor of Armel, picking up mass bracers so far. Fervian getting his mana burned out here, and Gabby's still just staying on top of him. Not worried about dying, knows that the Phantom Assassin is completely oomed, so just waiting for his items. And bottom, as much impact as the Kunkka after this laning stage breaks down. Like, Kunkka's gonna get level 7, and he can easily start running around and making ganks happen, but for Boom, that really has to come in the form of FPZ, and he's just getting gone on right now. He's tanky on the Night Stalker, but there is more than enough damage to finish him off. Tim's with his stuff for Boom, though. Night Stalker getting some levels, but this first night not really going to be too meaningful. And oh, Kunkka gets the cleave on. Much the spot dragging him back. Nicely done. He's probably thinking ahead for that play. Had already morphed a decent amount of strength. At bottom, Cuckoo getting gone on, but Tim's is coming over to help, and they might actually just be able to find the turnaround. They go for the softer target. They're looking for the Rubik. The Crippling Fear is helping out, though. The Cuckoo gets out of it. He's got the Ignite, and now Tim's will finally be able to pop his spells. Tag team's already being used. Jokum getting focused. Tim's just wants his kill, and now he can waste time with the Snowball. He's going for the creep and not the Night Stalker. Way back to base. Armel continuing to outfarm this Morphling at mid, though not by that much. He's got a triple Wraith Band so far. Farming up decently. Tim's getting in here with the Frost Shield and the tag team. Nowhere for the Rubik to go. That's going to be his 4th death of the bottom lane. Tower's just getting taken. Armel rotating down here, teaming up with Cuckoo, looking to bring this down. Morphling going to do his best to push out the mid lane by a little bit of pressure. Jokum gets found up by Gabby. Anti-Mage going to be finding another solo kill, and should now know that the Rubik was somewhere in the area. TNC just completely styling on Boom. Mikoto also, okay, can try for something here. But Ninja Boogie's got that point in the Sinister Gaze. Mikoto in a little bit of trouble. He morphed into the Tusk. Now he's going to get dragged back. X marks the spot. He's still pretty tanky, but he doesn't have the waveform for another 2 seconds, and down he goes. Cuckoo TPing him with the multicast. Did he multicast the Midas? It looked like he might have. Hard to say. We'll keep an eye on him. Oh no, I'm missing kills. Gabby somehow picks up a kill. See, with a 5k net worth advantage. Cuckoo. Alright. Running down. They lose vision for 0.75 seconds, but now they've got the Phantom Assassin locked down. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to blink. Another easy pick off. Armel. Alright. Throws the boat. Is 2k HP with the boat buff. There's just no killing this man. Up top. Pressure onto FPZ. Frost Shield slowing him down heavily. You still have the Mana Void available as well. Gabby wants to secure that kill, and he will do so. Makes him mad tanky, though, as we're seeing. And, of course, always has the option to pick up the Halberd, as we also used to see. Ooh, TNC. Wait. Where's the Midas? Midas. Well, there's a gank cap. Cuckoo, I need you to Midas. I need to go and look at this gank. No, Cuckoo. Oh, Fervian. Alright, getting gone on. Once again, the blur saving him for a little bit. The Chain Frost gets deployed. Ninja Boogie driving Jokum over. They've got the Frost Shield stolen, but this Chain Frost is just bouncing. Ninja Boogie triple kill. Is the Midas used? No, I missed the Midas. God damn it. Case, it's too strong. They've given it a really, really long cooldown. It just seems a little bit difficult to use. Alright, there you go. They're popping everything. They found the Ninja Boogie Lich. Can they actually bring him down? The Snowball won't be able to save him. FPZ still chasing forward. Jokum steals the Snowball. That's going to give them more of an opportunity to initiate back in. Gabby looking at him. FPZ in some trouble. Snowball saved. Tim's getting chased. Fervian with the crits. Brings him down. Mono Void now coming through. They've got the X-Marks spot from the Kunkka. The bow's going to come in and help out Cuckoo survive. Primal Split's being popped. What's it actually doing? It's a 2 for 2 so far. Gabby's still chasing. He's just auto-attacking whoever he wants at this point. Primal Split's going to be over soon. The Brewmaster is pretty healthy, still full HP, but X marks the spot, going to drag him back, and Gabby's still auto-attacking Cuckoo. One more cleave will do it. And in the end, it is going to be TNC taking, what, a 3-for-2 fight? They are going to end up losing their... Pretty big discrepancy between, say, like, the Anti-Mage and the Morphling in this game. The Anti-Mage is getting super involved and actually finding quite a bit of gold from kills. Armel getting gone on. Difficult kill to find. Shadowblade coming off cooldown soon. Nice Torrent connection. Do they have the detection to bring him down? They've got a Sentry Ward. Need to keep him in range. Nice stolen ball over in the Radiant Jungle to play around with, so his farm is going to skyrocket from this point. Tim's already has his Necro Book. FPZ spots Cuckoo, but he's pretty tanky. Not actually taking that much damage, just going to wait out this crippling fear duration and keep on fighting because his team is on the way with the Frost Shield, with the Snowball, with the Kunkka in the Shadowblade. And FPZ, there you go, Cuckoo. Wait, he used the Midas? I didn't notice. It keeps happening in the middle of fights. Oh, dang it. And now Gabby finds yet... They got another 3 minutes of nighttime, and if they can't fight now, they're never going to be able to fight this game. They're looking towards Armel. He's still got the bow, but won't be able to get it off because of the silence. Nicely done. Also dusted. Primal Split comes through. The Crippling Fear does its work. And Armel, a little bit greedy, just sitting there slapping the tower. Ninja Boogie, trying to keep himself alive with the Frost Shield, gives that away to the Rubik. That's trouble. And now Cuckoo also getting caught out. It's one after the next after the next. Tim's waiting up on the high ground. He's ready to tap this shrine, but I don't think they're going to be able to get Cuckoo in range. Whoop. Oh, get the vision over the Ancient. Snowball him a little bit further away, but no, Cuckoo's still dead. And now Tim's is just going to pay with his life for his cute play. He could have just walked away, but TNC's suffering from saveable that they can force a favorable fight, especially if they can connect the Kunkka to this one. They've got all 4 heroes over here. Oh, now they've got the lockdown under the Brewmaster. Will he be able to get the Primal Split off? No, his mana gets completely burned out by the Manta style. FPZ pops everything that he's got, but he's not finding any kills just yet. He's latching on the Ninja Boogie. Jokum died as well. Will buy back. Looks like Tim's just found him in the back lines. Mikoto does morph into the Anti-Mage, but his Anti-Mage form is already being oomed, and Jokum just gets jumped again. Gabby only takes 4 swipes of the glaives. Pretty much all falling in the hands of the Night Stalker, but he's also just tanking up, going for a hood so far. Walking forward onto Gabby. Armel's got this X marks the spot. They're going to lock down the Brewmaster. Once again, burn out his mana. That's too far.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, Armel caught Fervian. Pops the blur for a second, buys him a little bit of time, but Boogie also here with the lockdown and TNC. Nice, easy kill. PA does pick up her Desolator. So, pretty big power spike with the Armor Corruption talent and nada. And it's not like they have that dissimilar farm. Oh, alright. Primal Split getting popped super early this time around so that they can't get the Sinister Gaze onto him. Is Ninja Boogie really worth focusing on here? Fervian going in, does decent damage. They get the Crippling Fear out onto 2. Can they bring down Gabby? That's the big question. He's still pretty tanky. The Crimson Guard helping out. Now they turn their attention back towards the PA. Gabby is going to blink and reset for a second. Tim's split up from the rest of his team. Looks like he's going to be the one chased down. It's just the position 5's dead so far. Nice 2-man torrent. Buys a little bit more space. Tim's going to turn around onto the Brewmaster now. And Gabby should easily be able to finish off this kill. Stick charge is getting popped. There's another Crippling Fear that's keeping Gabby locked down, and he will actually end up falling. There's too much damage as the rest of the team comes through, but Armel with the boat. Looks like TNC should still be able to take this. They lose the Anti-Mage, but they've got the other 2 cores still alive. Buyback from the Night Stalker, and that's going to be enough for TNC to back themselves out. Ooh, Midas is ready. Let's go, Cuckoo. Oh, no. I'm bad luck. I gotta stop looking. Sean Pitt. Armel has his level 20 talent, so he's got that plus 25 strength. 3,800 HP on this Kunkka. Shadowblading forward. Spots the FPZ Night Stalker. Gonna come in ready with the lockdown. The Crippling Fear gets popped, but he still gets dragged back into all of this chain stun and just auto-attack to death. Anti-Mage not caring to TP themselves out. The rest of TNC is still chilling out over here at the mid lane. Mikoto is going to be going for... Alright, is going to be going for the BKB. They don't land the Torrent. X marks the spot coming out, but now Armel is being X'd. He does have a BKB, so he's not really in too much danger. They get on top of the Morphling. They've got some good chain stun for him. He's also being feared. The Sinister Gaze, a big problem. He does manage to morph back, but they just kill the Kunkka form anyway. Fervian's in the middle of all of this. He's getting some big cleaves, but TNC just popped the Crimson Guard, and they will be able to run away somewhat. Morphling buys back into the game. Looks like Cuckoo going to be left for dead, but TNC not really losing too much more. Buyback from the Lich as well. Ninja Boogie sends a contest. They do still have the Ghost Ship. Armel a little bit slow, and Roshan's dropping very quickly. This is Aegis and Cheese about to be claimed. That buyback may have been well worth it. They're going to catch FBZ outside of the pit, but they've already got the Aegis, they've already got the Cheese, and TNC not willing to commit to the damage. Fervian jumps forward and just tears off Ninja Boogie's head. Now he's looking for crits onto Tim's, finds himself a double camp area for now. They're splitting up though. Armel's going to find this haste. He's also got the BKB, should be pretty difficult to kill. Pops the BKB now, also going to go for the haste. The Primal Split's being used. I don't know if TNC can actually take this fight though. They're looking for it. They head towards the Night Stalker. They focus down the Rubik first. Both comes through, both teams buffed up. Doing a pretty good job. Gabby using his BKB to try and man fight, but I think they just have to run away from this PA, and this is trouble. Cuckoo on the run. The support's getting split up from their cores. Is now Boom chains forward. They've also got their Shrine to fight for. Cuckoo gets brought down. The Chain Frost not doing enough in the face of that Shrine heal. And TNC now just going to be forced to disengage. Gabby's playing the rack game. He's already pushing out mid. Tim's just going to buy some time and stop him. He's still going to just keep on fighting. FBZ does have the Crippling Fear. Alright, runs it forward, but Gabby just wants his tier 3 in. Nothing going to stop him from taking it. Fervian's still just waiting on his TP scroll cooldown. Their strongest hero, but not able to get into position to defend. So now TNC, they've opened up the way. They will be able to take out these shrines and really secure some nice map control. It turned out to be a decent fight for TNC to take. They forced some BKBs. Gabby trying to go on him, but he's just turning it around here with the Frost Shield. Does run out now. He's still got the Butterfly helping him. Tim's also going to be going for the Ghost Scepters, so everything that they can to kind of itemize against this PA, who Tim just blinks right on top of. They found her, but the rest of the team is a little bit far away, so Tim's just going to do everything that he can. He's going to pay for this one with his life. Gabby now coming in. Chain Frost getting destroyed. They're looking over towards the Morphling. He morphed into the Tusk, and that just makes him a little bit easier to bring down. Gabby does pop the BKB. Now turns back towards Fervian. It's just a man fight. Basher against Basher, along with the mischance. Lots of RNG. Who's going to get the win here? They are just going to blink away and let Cuckoo finish it off. They've lost. Oh, Midas. Alright, nice. Only had 2 times, but still pretty good. Gabby jumping up. Second tier 3 tower about to be brought down. They're looking towards FPG. Once again, the Crippling Fear is going to help them out a little bit, but not enough. Everyone jumping right on top of him. The tag team bonus damage also amping up. Mono Void gets thrown onto the Rubik. Doesn't quite die from it. Buyback from FPZ, but TNC just cleaning up the base. They got Bloodlust. They've got AC, and they've got so much damage from this Anti-Mage. What can Boom even do? Once again, FBZ pokes his head forward. This Night Stalker seemed like a little bit of an experiment from Boom ID this game, but it's a failed one at that. This Gabby Anti-Mage looking strong. Some very nice plays from this Tim's Tusk. I feel like whoever's playing against Boom in the next round might be thinking about banning this Tusk out. It's been looking very strong. They just annihilated bottom lane. Just killed Rubik over and over and over again. Tim's alright, he's gonna pay for his transitions now, but GG's been called. Fervian's out of here, and Boom ID, they are gonna be heading down into the lower bracket. TNC moving one step closer to qualification here in the Chongqing Major SEA qualifiers. They're gonna be playing up